This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the bi-weekly show Off the Tracks. We are your hosts. I'm Kyle. That's Steven across the table from me.
Hey guys.
Hey, this week we're going to be doing part 2 of our Halloween triple threat here, covering haunted, horror, paranormal themed bands. So This week we're going to be covering probably one of the biggest names in rock right now, I would say, right?
I'll go with it, sure.
You go with it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Five Finger Death Punch, but
yeah,
we're talking about
they're close.
We're talking about Ghost.
That's spooky.
Or Ghost BC.
Not anymore.
They actually got Ghost now?
Yeah, they dropped it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I thought for this episode we do something a little different. Instead of covering one album, we would just kind of go over their whole career up until this point. We'll talk about how we got into Ghost, what we like about them, maybe talk about some songs that we like a whole lot, touch on every album briefly, but we are just going to go over all of Ghost because they have changed so much, I feel like, with every album. That the dude just...
I mean, they got a different singer every album.
Yeah, so. They change singers every album. But I just thought it would be better to kind of go over it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You wanna jump into your song pick and then we'll really dive in?
Yeah, my pick is a local Louisville guy by the name of Howell Dawdy. That's HOWELLDAWDY. And the song is called Illegal. So check it out right now.
Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. There's problems in the world today, but we can make them all go away. We gotta all be nice to me. We gotta punish everyone who's mean. We need a tougher system in place for eliminating all the hate. So let's round up everyone who's mean and make them go to jail for what they say to me. Hey, I'm calling 911. Better give it a run. You better take back what you said about me. Hey, I'm calling the cops 'cause you've been pissing me off, and now you're going to jail for being mean. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Hey, I'm calling 911. Turn yourself in at once. They'll lock you up and throw away the key. Hey, I'm calling the cops 'cause you've been breaking the law with all the things that you said about me. Hey, I've got you on tape criticizing my face when you could have shut up and let me be. Now the tables have turned and you should be concerned 'cause you're going to jail for being mean. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. You say I'm stupid, you go to jail. You say I'm ugly, you go to jail. You say I'm worthless, you go to jail. You say that I should go to jail, you go to jail. Illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me. Let's make it illegal to be mean to me.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm one of the hosts of Massive Late Fee. Do you remember Blockbuster? Well, we do, and we racked up a lot of late fees there. That's why we're glad there's things like Netflix, Hulu, and Blockbuster has died, mostly because of us. We cover streaming shows and pretty much whatever we want. Join us every Thursday as we talk TV and movies on Massive Late Fee. You can find us at Massive Late Fee on Twitter, Massive Late Fee on Facebook. You can email the show at massivelatefee@gmail.com, and you can find us at MySpace, Massive Late Fee. Massive Late Fee, the best podcast we can think of.
So in case you're wondering, I hope you liked it, but the reason I picked it was because Steven and I went and saw The Joker a few days ago, and I thought it was funny because if you've seen the movie, I won't spoil it for you, but just people being mean is bad, and then I just... yeah. But then I found this song, and the way it goes, if you listen to it, it's like, let's make it illegal to be mean to me. I was like, oh, that's weird how that showed up after seeing that movie.
Yeah. Very cool.
But, so yeah, on to Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first introduction to Ghost was through you.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I mean, I've learned to accept it, It hasn't really impacted my life too much.
Okay, good.
But,
except for your sacrificing things now.
Yeah.
Worshiping Satan.
Yeah, wearing like bald goatee masks and stuff with aviator glasses, and
so you look pretty cool.
Yeah, I look pretty great. Yeah. This isn't a mask though, I'm just bald.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought you were kicking it up a notch for our Halloween episodes, wearing a mask.
Yeah, no, I really look this scary. But yeah, you showed them to me. I listened to them first. I don't think I actually saw what they look like, which with Ghost is like a big thing of their whole presentation. But I heard it. It was like very poppy, but, very rock and roll. The sound for me, the organ, like I feel like the organ makes Ghost in a way. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially early Ghost, before the guitars became so prominent. We'll get into it, but how did you find it?
Oh, God. What was the story you wanted me to make up?
Yeah, I wanted you to make up a story because I was talking to him about this afterwards, or like before this show started. I was like, so how did you find him in the first place? He's like, oh, the internet.
Yeah, the internet, man. I was browsing it, especially back in the day, because this was probably, I'm going to say 9 years ago. That's when I was more active and trying to find bands, probably.
Yeah, it seemed like you always had something every week, something new.
Yeah. So I probably just saw a picture of them somewhere, and I was like, well, they look pretty neat. I got to check this out, man.
Which, if you've been living under a rock, Ghost is like, that's what they're known for, I feel like, more than the music is how they look.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that might be a negative, though, because...
Well, we'll get into that, because as they've gotten bigger, I think I have a theory on them.
Okay.
But,
interesting.
Yeah, if you've just seen pictures of them, it's Ghost. God damn, I just went blank in my head there. I'm sorry. But, he's dressed up like the Pope. The front man looks like a zombie Pope.
Well, he was, yes.
Yeah. Papa Emeritus, what he went by. And then the band.
1, 2, 3, or 4?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 3, he was a Pope.
Yeah.
Or there was a Pope singer. And then it was just nameless dudes in ghoul garb. Looked like druids for the first couple of records, and then they got the demon masks. And just nameless ghouls playing for a zombie Pope. That could probably piss some people off.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was so metal.
So metal.
It's like Kiss, like Alice Cooper,
Yeah, I enjoy some theatrics. So
yeah,
that's
some pageantry in the music.
Yeah.
You don't just get up there in camo shorts and fucking crowbar shirts and.
Well, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. But so you just happen to find them on chance, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What caught you? Was it the look?
Yeah, definitely.
The appearance?
Much like the band we'll be covering in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The face paint, I saw them, and I was like, oh, they make music, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that's great too. Yeah.
So,
but so what was your initial impressions when you heard their sound?
And
what was the first song you heard?
I don't know, it was from their first album, titled
Okay. Was it what was the title? Opus Eponymous? Is
Yeah.
that right? I
So,
probably butchered that name.
Whatever. I mean, I probably just listened to the album, or maybe it was Ritual. Maybe.
Was Ritual on that one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah, my takeaway was, hey, this is like, I don't know, 80s heavy metal, but you know, they got the costumes, so that adds a cool layer for me. And the Satanism didn't bother me, and it seemed more tongue-in-cheek than anything else.
Yeah, it's definitely like, don't take this too seriously. We're not taking ourselves too seriously.
Like, it's almost so over the top that it's funny in a way.
Yeah.
And, you know, you talk about their poppy or tendencies. It's like, that's also the cool thing about them, I think, because it's so catchy, but then it's like, oh yeah, this is about the devil.
Yeah, you're listening to Ritual, and it's the opening guitar was like bum 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 bum, and then it kicks up into the rhythm, which is kind of heavy. The barn,
Yeah.
and then the chorus though is like very hooky, but they're talking about sacrificing somebody
Yeah,
for
pretty much,
Satan. Yeah, but you're just like humming it along, and
Yeah. And especially even later songs, which we might jump into, it's like these are almost like straight up religious songs, but it's the bad part of it.
the wrong side of him.
Yeah, exactly.
But and then Elizabeth, I feel like that kind of hurt him a little bit. Elizabeth Bathory.
Hurt them? What do you mean?
That's kind of like a generic, like, hey, we're a metal band, we got to do a song about Elizabeth Bathory, right?
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
I always thought it was. I mean, there's a fucking band named Bathory.
Oh, that's true.
So-
That's true.
But yeah, other than that, Ritual was kind of like the standout for the first album for me. I don't have much of a memory of the other 8 songs.
Oh, we're gonna do this now with the album, pick our favorites and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, we can, sure.
Okay, cool. This one's still my favorite album, probably.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow, I have to go back and listen to it again.
it's a rocker. I like it.
Okay, I'll go back and check it out.
This album is, like I said, poppy but rocky. 80s metal. It's almost like and that's probably said a lot about them, like a Blue Oyster Cult, and
Yeah.
King Diamond had a baby or something.
Yeah. It's got that like late 70s, early 80s hard rock sound for sure.
And even beyond, I mean, like even recording like production sound
Yeah.
too as well.
Well, even the videos, I want to say the first video I ever saw was Moontrain's Clock, which is where they're like, it's cloudy. They got it looks like an old Sabbath music video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like that carnival sound with the organ and the drums going back and forth. That bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So this is your favorite record from them?
Yeah, probably. I think we probably already had this talk where it's like usually the album that brings me is my favorite.
You're loyal to it.
Yeah.
I got you.
And there's a lot of bangers on here, man. Ritual, I like Elizabeth.
Okay.
And Satan Prayer, Rockin' Jam. Yeah, it's just good, man. And then if you get the additional track with the
Beatles cover.
Beatles cover,
Here comes the
fantastic
sun.
as well.
They do really good covers, and we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But
They definitely make it their own, I think.
they,
With their own little dark vibe. added on.
we'll go ahead and talk about it. Didn't they cover Duran Duran too?
What would the song be?
I can't remember. What's the song? If You Have Ghost, it's not Duran Duran though.
No, it's not.
I'm a marionette.
That's
Depeche Mode.
is it or ABBA?
ABBA. Sorry, I don't know music. I don't know why I'm doing a music podcast.
If You Have Ghosts, that's what Rocky Erickson, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Crucified, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Waiting for the Night might be the first one you said.
Duran Duran.
No, the second one you said.
Depeche Mode.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm trying to look through the songs, see what songs they covered.
I got you. So yeah, the first record came out in 2010. I want to say when you found them and showed them to me, it was like 2011.
Okay.
So I think they did the second album come out in 2000. No, the second album came out in 2013.
13, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, we've been listening for a long ass time though.
Yeah, almost since the beginning, really.
Yeah.
You want to do like a run through of the starting of them and whatnot, or
Sure.
do the albums first, or what?
Yeah. We'll just we'll go ahead and get a little origin story for them since I skimmed over that and blew my load over here with the first album. So
Hey, it happens. We don't have a structure over here on Off the Tracks.
it's all off the tracks, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
There's no system here.
No.
Okay, so give us a little bit of backstory. I know they're from Sweden.
Sweden.
Right.
They were formed in 2006.
Okay, so they've been playing for 4 years prior to their first release.
I mean, they didn't have shows or anything. I think he was just messing with the inner workings of the band, perhaps,
I got you.
at this
Okay,
point.
building the Get up.
2010, they released a 3-track demo. And then a 7-inch with Elizabeth on it.
okay.
And then, of course, the album.
Hashtag Here Comes the Rain.
All right, so I don't know how you want to break this down because I'm going to say who the leader is.
Oh, you want to go on into band names and stuff?
And then, but then there's real names. You want to talk about the secretness of it, and
Can we do that after the third album, please?
okay, sure.
It makes the most sense.
All right. Well, as far as we know now, it's just a zombie.
The Pope Emeritus. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Okay. So this unnamed guy started this band
Mhm.
with a former member of another band he was in called Repugnant.
Tell them what kind of band Repugnant was, though.
I'm assuming it's like a black metal, death metal kind of
It was a
band.
death metal band.
Yeah.
And
Very different from Ghost.
you don't hear that in Ghost at all.
Yeah. And it was probably, I don't even know if they actually sang in English or what in that band.
Oh, probably Swedish, right?
Man, maybe.
I don't know.
I've never
High on
listened-
Fire doesn't sing in Swedish, do they?
Are they from Sweden?
Yeah, Gothenburg.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
The more you know.
Not High on Fire. Fuck, I'm sorry. Jesus, this is the last show. Last fucking show. Damn. High on Fire. That's a band I actually fucking listened to. I can't believe
I was
did
about
that.
to say, that's why I was like, they're from Sweden? That doesn't make any
No,
sense because that's
no.
the dude from Sleep, right?
What is that fucking band's name? They use the Jester head as their logo.
Jesterhead.
Yeah.
Draw me a picture.
I can't think of their fucking name. They're a metal band, though. Oh, well, fuck them. They're not important.
Him.
It's not him.
Um,
They're like black metal.
Salem's Pot.
No.
Electric Wizard.
No.
I got nothing.
I'll figure it out later. Damn it. That's going to piss me off.
Jester.
It's Jester Head, but no, it's different. Gosh, they had a song called Take This Life. I can't think of what their name is. Oh, this bugs me. Anyways,
You'll figure it out at the
He-
end.
started Ghost up with a former bandmate from Repugnant. Okay.
They recorded these 3 songs. Do I know what the 3 were? No. I think it was Stand By Him, Elizabeth, and something else. Then they were like, hey, or at least this guy that leads the band. I don't know how I can say this.
The Pope.
The Pope. All right.
Yeah.
Because you don't want his name to be revealed yet. He was like, hey, this music doesn't sound like 2 dudes that look like us. So that's when he decided they're going to be an anonymous theater band using their love of horror movies and traditions of Scandinavian metal in their imagery. And that's what they look like now.
All right.
Because they're probably just like 2 fucking geeks. And it's like, well, they
Yeah.
probably don't make music like this, right?
Nerds. No. But so it's funny because their first record, it's done at this Manfire recording studio, White Light Studio.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that's in Sweden.
Sure.
All right. Their second record,
Nashville.
Nashville, Blackbird Studios.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Oh, why say that?
I don't know. It's just weird because that's like 3 hours down the road. That's
Not from Sweden, though.
no.
It's across the pond, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna do the Black Robes, Nameless Ghouls. He's gonna be Papa. This guy, he didn't even want to actually sing in the band. Did you know this?
Really, the guy doing the Pope?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wanted to just play guitar, but he asked like 4 other people, I think, and they all declined. So he was the singer by default.
Okay. Well, that worked out for him.
Yeah, it seemed to be okay. Yeah.
This is starting to make sense where this band goes.
On March 12th, 2010, he posted those 3 songs on MySpace.
Yeah.
And within 2 days, he was contacted by labels and managers wanting to work with him. Is that crazy or what?
That is very crazy.
Yeah.
That, excuse me, shit like that doesn't happen.
Well, I guess it does, but
Well,
not
for
every
that
day, yeah.
Well, not in a day like that in that genre, you know.
Mhm.
Hard rock, heavy metal has always been a very niche genre.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter how big it's ever got, it's always been niche.
I mean, would you say it was because of the arty aspect of it, perhaps?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Probably the pop hooks, too.
Yeah.
Because if you can get it caught in someone's head, you've got a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like, they got an image, catchy.
checking off all
Thank
they're not fat and bald and old, so we can market them.
Do you know the song Stand By Him?
It's about Satan. It's got to be, right?
Apparently. That'd be my best guess. I don't know how this is going to work. I'll play it for you.
No, don't play for
I want you to hear it because I want you to hear the quote that he says about it.
it. Okay.
Okay, so that riff.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I said that is probably the most heavy metal riff that ever existed.
Oh, man.
When the chorus came to me, it haunted my dreams. So, any thoughts about that? Just hearing the riff.
They didn't peak there. That's for sure.
I was like, yeah, it's a cool riff. I don't know if it's the most heavy metal riff I've ever heard.
No, I think he's just talking about how sick it sounds. It just sounds evil.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that, though. I think they topped it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at now?
You want to do the second record now?
Oh, sure.
So we touched on it a little bit. They recorded it in Nashville.
Well, do you want to talk about the first album just a teeny bit more?
Okay.
I'll find my notes about it here.
All right.
Of course, you said the title was...
Opus Imponius. Is that right?
We'll go with it. Which is Latin for the self-titled work. It was released in America on January 18th, 2011. The theme of the album was that darkness was coming, impending doom. Okay. So now we can jump to 2 if you want.
All right. Final. Damn.
Which I'm going to let you say the title of that one as well.
Of course you are. It is Infestus Humam, or Infestus Humam. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
how I would say
Yeah.
it, yeah.
So what's that Latin for? You told me it's like
It is the most hostile.
most hostile.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that would be a great record name in itself.
Mhm.
Now this record has I feel like I've said it 100 fucking times. It was done in Nashville.
Yeah.
And it had some bullshit go down with it too.
yes, it did.
Yeah. You want to talk about that real quick? Like doing the choir stuff?
Yeah, so as we said, it was recorded in Nashville, but no choral singers would sing their lyrics. So they had to go to Hollywood because they don't care about devil worshipping in Hollywood.
Yeah. Like I just saw a quote that said, we told them what they were supposed to sing, and one of the guys almost cried.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not religious, but looking at the lyrics, it's like, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, well, you're in the Bible Belt, man. The South.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. They're lost. They could have been getting some royalties or something.
Yeah, some big money.
Also, the album art had some problems. Did you see that as well?
The one with the baby?
This one has... There was supposed to be a deluxe cover on a select few or whatever.
Yeah.
And it had like... it looked like an orgy or something on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I want to say... But yeah, like no record manufacturers in America would make it. So the album got delayed.
Who's this is going to sound off topic, but I'll explain where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Where are Bong Ripper from?
Like Chicago.
Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
They got somebody to print theirs for Hail Satan Worship Doom?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the most evil fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe they make their own. Who knows?
I guess, because you put that out over a fucking orgy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So they ended up going with the one we see today where it's the Papa Emeritus with the baby and the...
Yeah, they went with that one. That was going to be the standard version. And then I think all the vinyl covers have the orgy on it or something like that.
You know what's funny? I've never seen it, but I always heard there was like this rumor about Pantera's album Far Beyond Driven.
Mm-hmm.
That the drill, instead of going into like a skull or something, on the vinyl, it's going into an asshole.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you never seen it?
Never seen it.
Don't know if it's true.
Don't know if it's
Urban
true.
legend?
Urban legend. Before the interwebs.
Probably just Google it now.
I don't want to. That's the problem, man. Killing too much magic. And we'll get into that here in a minute, too.
Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going now? We're on the second album.
Yeah. This is the hits off of it. Secular Haze, which I thought was one of the earliest hits, just going off the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then Year Zero.
Year Zero, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look at the tracks here right quick.
Yeah. This is the one they did what was that session called? Where they showed up and they played these two songs. And they played Ritual.
They showed up somewhere and played it?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing the get up. He was wearing the fake mask with the goatee and the aviators. Mm-hmm. And everyone thought he was like some old dude because it was such a great mask.
Oh, yeah. I think it was just like an acoustic show or something, like a record store or something.
It could have been. I don't know. It was like some kind of session. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the Deezer sessions, but it's on YouTube. You can see it. It's one of the popular Ghost videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you think about this album overall?
It's like the first one for me. Like, I know 2 songs. The rest of them don't stand out to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I like... all right, we're basically just going to pick like a favorite song from each album, it seems like.
Sure.
I'll go with like, how would you say this? Ghoulie / Zombie Queen. I'll go with that one.
Okay. I think you've told me this before because that sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. Or I do like Secular Haze because of the crazy like circus sound to it.
Yeah, the demonic carousel sound.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
I think Monstrance. I always call it Moonstrance, but it's Monstrance Clock. I think that was a hit too, but I can't place it.
Yeah, I think it was a video maybe.
Yeah. Year Zero for me, for sure.
But yeah, I didn't love it when it came out. It didn't jazz me up like the first one.
No. Well, it's a sophomore record. I mean, how many second records excel on the first one?
I can only think of none off the top of my head.
It's a sophomore slump, man.
But yeah, I mean, I think it worked out for them, though. So.
Yeah.
All right, anything else on this album?
I'm looking over the writers for the songs, and if my source is correct, if you look at the first record, it's entirely the front man. Yeah. Second record,
I think on whatever there's supposed to be like a place that you send all this to, right? And it has the writers' names. They keep like a database of that.
Yeah.
They wrote Nameless Ghoul or something like A Nameless Ghoul is the writer.
Yeah.
But of course, he couldn't get past it too much because it also says Tobias Forge on it.
Yeah. Who is the frontman of Ghost, Tobias Forge.
Mhm.
And I think that was made public for a long time, like way back.
Unfortunately so. Yeah. There was always, like, even when I first started listening to him, I kind of found that out a little bit, but it wasn't like 100% at that point.
Yeah. I think when they did that session and he came out with, like, the mask and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of quelled it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, it's just some old dude from Sweden.
Sure.
But yeah, if you look at the second record, you can see the guitar player's name on quite a few of these songs, with Year Zero being one of them.
As in he wrote it.
Yeah, co-wrote it.
Interesting.
So,
Is that Martin?
sure, Martin Persner. Yeah, just go on and fucking throw it.
Oh, Persner. Okay, gotcha.
Let's just kill the whole magic before we get to the third album, where I was going to talk about them killing the magic.
I was trying to figure out who the second writer was.
Kill me.
Who was it?
You were killing me.
Who was it?
I can't tell you I'm dead because you killed me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's Martin Persner.
Oh, it is Martin?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 2 Martins in the band. Interesting.
Yeah. That's why it didn't work.
Yeah.
Too many Martins in the kitchen, you know?
You ready for your album 3 then?
That's a shirt right there. Did you hear it?
No.
Too many Martins in the kitchen.
Yeah, you draw that up for me.
Okay, I'm going to get right.
And I'll put it up over at boarmerch.com.
Yeah. Get some. Yeah, let's go to this third record, I guess.
All right. Hit me with it.
All right. Third record for Ghost.
Which is the album we were going to cover for this episode.
This was the album we were going to cover. It's called Meloria.
Sure.
I can only say it right one time a day.
We'll go with it.
Yeah. And I think this is the album that, skyrocketed.
Which is also Latin, again, that means the pursuit of something better.
Yeah.
I forgot to touch on the last album's theme, which was the birth/presence of the Antichrist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So the first one was an impending doom, then the presence of the Antichrist, and then this third one is going to be the absence of God.
Yeah, but damn. And this one was their biggest record so far.
Yeah.
God, everybody needs Jesus.
Maybe that should be a shirt.
I think it already is. You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Like people wearing the shirt, y'all need Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there.
My favorite shirt I ever saw, if we're going to talk about like goofy religion shirts, is in this gas station, heading towards Louisville. There's like that truck stop one.
Yeah, off Waddy. Yeah.
It's got a bass guitar on it.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "I base my life on Jesus."
I've seen it, yeah.
Pretty rocking.
In there by the Denny's and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
That's great.
I'm going to steal that design and put it on boarmerch.com.
Yeah. It's good stuff. This record right here.
Let's jump in.
Meliora.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said it 3 times differently now.
Yeah, maybe so.
My favorite Ghost record.
Really?
Out of all of them, yeah.
I'm going with Opus myself.
Yeah. This came out.
There are some bangers on this one, though. It's definitely better than 2, I think.
Oh, definitely. It smokes, too.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see about 4 here in a little bit. But to me, this one, I guess they just shows that I'm a normal person. I'm the common rap. Because this is the one that skyrocketed them. Or I have really great taste in music.
Yeah, like everyone does.
Yeah. Like the vast majority. But this one. Holy shit, what a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they recorded it in Hollywood and Sweden.
Okay.
So, and I feel like for a band like Ghost, if they're going to record in America, they need to do it somewhere like LA.
Mm-hmm.
Where they can get by with some of that shit.
Sure.
No one will bat an eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, just this fucking album. Like Spirits, okay.
I like Spirit.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good opener.
Mm-hmm.
From the Pinnacle to the Pit.
That's a rocker.
It's a rocker. But then we get to track 3.
Mm-hmm.
Charisse.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Mother of God.
That is a catchy little jam.
Yeah.
And I see why that probably propelled them to be what they are at this point.
Oh, it's just insane. That guitar is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Play it for me.
Huh?
Play it for me.
Boom, 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 boom.
That sounds good.
Yeah, thanks. But and this, to me, this is the record where the guitars kind of took front and center
Mm-hmm.
for the band. You know, Tobias is always front and center, but the guitars came out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
Where before they were kind of just the backing part. You would have solos, but
Sure.
correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, to me, like the first album is a guitar album, but it's a different quality because it has a more old school sound, I guess.
I guess you're right, because this album, they kind of started shredding it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like soloing, more fancy and shit.
Yeah, like there's solos on the first one, but you know it's pretty. I don't know how to say it. Just basic rock.
That's your first
Like-
year pentatonic scale right there.
like metal.
Yeah.
80s metal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Pretty much.
This
yeah.
is fucking docking right here into the fire.
Yeah.
But
Don't get me started on that.
yeah, into the fire. But Charisse, I must have played that song 100 times.
Mhm.
It's so good.
It is very good.
Spock Sonata, Ghost Sonata.
If we're gonna suggest one song from Ghost, I would probably say that.
Yeah, that was good.
Mhm.
Might not be my favorite though
Really?
on the record. Did I already say it was my favorite on the record?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay.
No.
What's my favorite on the record? Fuck it.
What's your favorite
I'll
on the
stand by
record?
We're getting to it.
Okay.
Ghost Sonata. It wasn't too bad. I don't really remember it too much though.
Were you talking about Spoke Sonata?
Yep.
Okay.
He is. That's a song about their friend, right?
Yeah, their friend Satan.
No, I thought it was about one of their friends that died or something like that.
No, I just assume every song is about Satan, so I don't know.
I think it could be,
Yeah.
but it's about a friend.
Okay.
I remember reading that somewhere.
Interesting.
Mummy Dust.
That's about money.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mummy Dust?
Mhm.
My Mummy Dust.
Mhm.
And then the piano in the back.
Yeah, I like that song. That's cool.
Yeah, it's good.
It's cool
fun.
sound.
Yeah, and then
And a different vocal from him.
Yeah, and-
Usual.
I think that's actually an organ or keyboard solo in that song. It's not a guitar.
Hmm.
That.
Yeah, it's like what I read was like it's about the evils of the invention of money, pretty much.
Oh, Majesty. That's probably my top.
That's a banger too.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
That opening riff is, it's not as heavy as the other one, but it grabs you really quick.
Mhm.
And then they're playing that, and then the organ comes in the back,
It's
and then
good.
the thundering drums.
It's very good. I'd circle back to He Is for a moment. That's the one that I touched on earlier in the sense of it's so catchy and almost just like a church song in itself, but
Yeah.
then it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's not talking about God.
Yeah, I'm going south when I thought I was going north over here.
Yeah.
Devil Church. I don't really remember Devil Church too much.
Let's see. Sounds like this.
Okay. Is it an instrumental?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. They like doing that on their records.
You hate it?
I don't hate it. They do it.
Okay.
Pointing it out.
Sometimes they do it though. Yeah.
Absolution's a banger. for sure.
Absolution is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very, very catchy as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Deuce and Absentia.
Mm-hmm. Which means?
I guess, I don't know. Jesus.
That doesn't say.
No.
I read it somewhere. I forget what I meant.
It's funny, though, because we were talking about the writers for the songs.
Yeah.
There's even more writers on this album.
Yeah, I did see that. I think, yeah.
You got a guy, Klaus Allund. I think that's how you say it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Klaus. Yeah. And then your boy Gustav actually wrote a couple songs on here. Mummy Dust. There we go. Yeah.
Gustav Lindstrom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, like we were saying, this is the album that propelled him.
Yeah.
This is the one that broke mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
You heard Charisse on radio, like rock radio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they won a Grammy for Charisse. Is that right?
A Grammy for Best Metal Performance, yes.
Yeah. And this is where
That's an American Grammy. They won a Grammy before, but that was a Swedish Grammy. So
it's not as cool as an American Grammy. Sorry. This is the album where...
Because album number 2 took home the Grammy in Sweden for, like, Best Rock Album.
I got you. Okay.
It also was number 1 in Sweden.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what all comes out in Sweden, but good for them.
Well, I assume everything that comes out everywhere? I don't know. It also charted in like 7 countries or something like that.
Yeah. Something, if you've ever noticed, is that rock and metal is far more popular in Europe than it is here, where we're more of like a country and R&B hip hop.
They appreciate actual skills.
Yeah.
There.
Musicianship.
Should I not say that?
I don't know. I mean, anytime you see like a very niche musician, they're always touring over there. Like Mark Lanigan, anytime I look up his tour dates, he's always in Spain or Portugal or, Wait, Portugal, that's Europe, right? Or is that South America?
I don't have my globe handy.
It's Europe. It's Europe. Damn. You know, the more episodes of this I do, the dumber I realize I am.
I like it.
Okay. So, like I was saying, this record, Superstardom, and then it kind of goes to shit for a minute.
Yeah. When did this album come out?
2015.
2015, August 21st. Yeah. When are we going to break down the Papas? After the albums, or?
Yeah, we do it right now.
All right.
Yeah, so the first one we had Papa Emeritus the first.
Yeah, just no number. Yeah.
No number, just Papa Emeritus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2 was on album number 2.
Yeah, Papa Emeritus the second. He was that the one that was whole 2 months younger than the first one?
No,
brother?
no. Number 3 is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For number 3, this album, Papa 2 was fired, and Papa 3, his younger brother by a full 3 months, took over.
Yeah, there's a narrative that Ghost is trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
And every time they don't succeed, the frontman's fired and they get a new one from the Vatican.
Yeah, number 2 was fired because he did not overthrow governments and churches like he was supposed to.
I don't understand why people wouldn't sing these songs in Nashville.
Right. And then, yes, number 3 is 3 months younger. And so he was the singer up until 2017, and he was dragged off of stage at a random show on September 30th, 2017. And then 0 or 4, or eventually known as Papa Nihil.
Nihil, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the original.
Yeah, he's very old. He comes out on stage. He's got a walker and a fucking mask and the tank gimmick going on. And they also do like YouTube video, like storytelling with this whole thing.
Yeah.
And at some point, they put out a video of the old Papa listening to the live album that they put out, and he's like getting on and making fun of the vocals of Papa 3. And then eventually Papa 1 through 3 are killed, and their bodies are embalmed.
Okay.
And, their eventual live shows, they have all the Papas on display.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And then on April 2018, there's a new boy in town.
Yep.
And his name is Carton.
Before we get to that.
Okay.
Let's go over the bullshit that happened with this band.
All right. Where we find out that these aren't actually different singers.
No. Well, I think we already let that cat out of the bag. But there's a dispute with the band and Tobias.
Yeah. All right. Let's flip back here. So early 2017, 2 years after this big album dropped, there's a little dispute going on with the Ghouls and Papa. And here's what took away the magic for me.
Okay.
What about you?
The first thing that kind of killed the magic for me was that they showed up for their Grammy. and one guy forgot to dress up.
Was he actually a member?
And they tried to play it off like he's a friend of the band.
Mhm.
That's just dumb.
I don't believe he was in the band.
I believe he was, and I think he didn't get the fucking memo to dress
There's
up
no
for
way
the
he would
Grammy.
know that they're going out in public and not dress
He
up.
looked very surprised.
I refuse to believe that. There's no way.
Well, keep your friend backstage, man. You're killing the mystique of the band.
He would have been fired.
But, yeah,
Immediately.
and then all this shit comes out. We see what Tobias Forge looks like.
Yeah. Just a little dude.
Yeah.
Not scary.
Yeah. And
A run-of-the-mill Hot Topic shopper.
yeah, it ruins the mystique for me.
Yeah, see, obviously that, like I said in the very beginning of this episode, that was the draw for me, the mysterious theater aspect of it. And even, bands like Slipknot and stuff like that, that was the cool part. Like, hey, not knowing who these people are, yet they're making this music, and that's cool.
But then you realize that the frontman of Stone Sour is the frontman of Slipknot.
Yeah. I always thought it would have been cool if they ran like Stone Sour and Slipknot, and they would always like kind of, if they got brought up, they'd be like, I don't know who the fuck that is, whatever.
Fuck them, they suck. Especially their frontman and lead guitar player.
I don't know why they didn't run that angle. That'd been cool. But yeah, we find out Papa is actually Tobias Forge. And he is sued by 4 of his nameless ghouls. You want to say the names, or you want me to butcher them?
Go ahead, go for it.
All right, we got Simon Soderbergh,
Mm-hmm.
Mauro Rubino, Martin. You got to say that one for me.
All right, let me pull him up real quick. Martin. Which one are you having trouble with here?
The HJERTSTEDT.
Man, that's Hertzstein.
There you go.
Hertzstein.
And then Henrik Palm. And they are suing him over a royalties dispute. Apparently, Tobias, he was in charge of their business affairs and payouts and stuff like that. But apparently he was withholding the financial info and what the members were getting paid. And that they said, quote, our vocalist and former friend is attempting to transform Ghost into a solo project with hired musicians. Tobias fires back and claims that no legal partnership ever existed. They were paid a fixed salary to perform on stage and to execute the band's image as he instructed, as in, hey, keep this a secret, wear your fucking robes and mask in public, don't let your identity be known, because obviously this is a theater type band and that's our whole gimmick here. And eventually this was dismissed. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a whole new band now, right?
I mean, from what I've read, it's pretty much different all the time. Like, usually the people that record the album aren't even the ones that tour.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, so the cat was out of the bag. We know, we've seen them, heard them. Yeah. And, I was like, that kind of ruins this for me. I mean, I still enjoy some songs and stuff, but.
I passed seeing them over this.
Really?
When they came down, yeah. This was the reason why I didn't go see them.
Mad at Tobias? Or?
I'm just like...
And where do you stand on this, anyways?
Do
you blame, or are you with Tobias, or against?
I mean, if we're going off the first record, sure. But obviously, as you guys got more and more popular, the band was contributing more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't your vision. It wasn't solely your vision that made Meloria a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Well, he did have credit on every song, though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it on every song, but he doesn't have it on alone every song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows to say how much they actually brought, though. They could have been like, oh, here's like one little second of a riff.
Change a note, and then all of a sudden they're on there. But
I mean, for his argument, I will say, hey, this was his fucking brainchild.
Yeah.
And
it makes, for me, it makes sense too that, like, I was a little worried when I heard this too, that like their sound was going to change.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that he's a guitar player as well,
Yeah.
and you notice that the guitar takes a more prominent role.
Mhm.
It's okay.
Also, like I mentioned, they had that 3-song demo or whatever in the beginning.
Mhm.
I think it was just him and another dude that I mentioned earlier, or somewhere in there.
Yeah, Persner. Yeah.
Gustav, right? Or was it Persner?
I think it was Persner.
And he was only there, I guess, because he doesn't know how to play drums, so he needed him to record the demo.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like, hey, he told him what to play, basically. He wrote the guitar tracks. That's why the first album is a little not as put together as the other ones, I guess you would say. I don't know.
I got
A little more bare bones.
produced.
Yeah. But I really don't know where I fall on the argument. I mean, yes, it is his baby. He did come up with the look, probably the whole storyline, all of that. But maybe that should have been, maybe that wasn't clear to the other guys. Like, maybe there should have been a contract that was like, this is mine, this is your job.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't clear enough. I don't know.
So what we're taking from this is money kills bands.
I assume it doesn't help. Probably helps some lifestyle.
Yeah. But I guess this works a lot easier than, say, Kiss or somebody, because the band is Nameless Ghouls.
Mhm.
It's people behind the same mask.
Yeah, they don't have a particular look.
They don't have a
necessarily.
personality to them. Where Kiss, it's like they each have their own persona. So if you replace somebody, you're
Mhm.
going to know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, do you think he's in the right or the wrong?
I don't.
Or somewhere in the middle?
I feel like you can't really make that call unless you're sitting in on these meetings and stuff.
All right. But did it affect how you... Well, I mean, you said you missed the show about it. Is that because
Yeah.
of the mystique being gone, or that you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on with this band?
Probably that, or I'm just being stupid and I was like, well, fine then, fuck you. I'm not going to support you if you don't hang on to your bandmates and shit. But no, what you've just told me, like, well, it's probably just a touring band every time. These guys just go into the studio, right? Which, I mean, to that end, if you're not hitting the road with him, then it is his baby.
Yeah.
Because no one's standing in for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, I mean, to me, and maybe that's what he does now, is like, I'm recording an album. I need a guitar player, bass, whatever.
Yeah.
Call him up. All right, I'm hitting the road now. I need a guitar, bass, whoever. Throw on your robe. Let's go.
yeah, I got your guitar ready, you know.
Man.
But, yeah, that right there, I feel like, you know, anybody can sit down in a room and write something,
Mhm.
put it on up for people to listen to.
Yeah.
The grind comes from being out on the road,
Mhm.
hitting towns, playing shows, day in, day out, living out of a bus or a van, eating fucking fast food every day. You know.
I feel like I'm touring now.
Oh, yeah, come think of it, yeah.
Just describe my life.
Yeah, you're more of a rock star than the most of Ghost.
Yeah.
But
And weirdly enough, I wear a robe everywhere. So.
huh. I did think that you were looking kind of popish here lately.
So where are we at?
I think we're-
We got the album 3. We went over the lawsuit stuff, and then kind of went over the Papas up until not Papa anymore.
yeah. We get to the 4th record, which came out last year,
Mm-hmm.
2018, prequel.
Yeah, June 1st, 2018, I believe.
This one was done in 3 different places. They did Stockholm, Sweden, England, and LA. So,
Oh, recording?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
and it seems like I've noticed something with their album covers.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at the first 2, kind of low key, like something's going down, and then the third, like as they got more popular, like the more grand the album cover started to look.
Mm-hmm.
Because the third record, it's just a city made in the shape of the Papa Emeritus.
Yeah.
And prequel is the fucking cardinal standing on top of what looks like 3 fucking ginormous hellhounds coming out of the ground and becoming the earth itself.
Maybe the theme would have something to do with that. I don't know. It was supposedly the plague and Black Death.
Medieval times and all that.
Where am I at here?
Pretty cool.
Yep.
We don't have Papa anymore. He was replaced by a Cardinal,
That's right.
which I initially hated.
Really?
Yeah. I hated it.
Well, why?
Because it's just, the Pope thing was so, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Just like how blasphemous it is.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't a Pope bigger than a Cardinal?
Yeah, from what I...
Like, I'm not up to date on my Catholicism here.
He's like an apprentice. Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
From what I read, that he's an apprentice, and then he can earn the face paint / Papa status at some point.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know if they're sticking to it, but at one point, Tobias came out and said the Cardinal is going to be around for about 5 years.
Okay.
And then we'll see the next character, but who knows, things might change.
It's probably a lot easier to do the Cardinal get up than the...
I mean, you're still putting on the mask.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it looks like now that I'm thinking about it, looking at the Cardinal mask, it looks like he took his mask from that session
Mm-hmm.
and put hair on it.
Yeah.
And puts in like a contact in one eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We touched on the old Papa, right?
Yeah.
Which he's an ancestor of all the previous Papas. And after all the deaths of Papa 1 through 3, he is the only Papa left
Papa Nihil, yep.
that we know of.
Yeah. We'll get to him here in a second.
That's what I kind of like, that phrasing, though.
That we know of.
Yeah. So, maybe Copia has to watch out for something here. So that's kind of neat that they always tie it in with, like we said, the little YouTube skits and stuff. And they even kind of released a new album, well, not album, but like 2 songs with that storyline going on and everything.
Yeah, I was going to get into it after this.
All right. Prequel. Let's do it.
All right. So this one opens up with Ashes. My opinion, this album is probably the most what you would call 80s guitar, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, especially the hit, right?
Rats?
No, not Rats.
Oh.
Dance.
Oh, Dance? Yeah. That's
fucking 80s thriller prom song, kind of,
And I'm really hearing the Scorpions frontman.
Oh, yeah.
On this whole record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially that song, the way he's singing some of those lines, like Close to Midnight. And
mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So what are you didn't like Cardinal?
No, initially I hated it. Now I'm okay with it.
All right, so it's grown on you.
Yeah.
All right, what about the album? You like it?
Yeah. I would still say probably the third one, Meloria. Probably the fourth time I've said it differently now.
Yeah.
But still beats it. But this one is probably just as good.
Did they say anything about the Cardinal, like age-wise or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Because, like you said, this is more 80s, and, like, to me, it was a little more fun album.
Well, I think is he supposed to be younger?
That's what I was asking. Like, is that the reason that it's like that? Because it's like, okay, so this didn't work, he didn't work, and, they're supposed to be, overtaking things.
Let's go for a youth movement. Take our 50-year-old guy.
Like the 3 months younger didn't work. Yeah. Let's go with the real young crowd.
I mean, you would have to kind of infer that he is younger because he hasn't reached Pope status yet.
Yeah. Also, full head of hair. As far we haven't seen that on other ones, I don't think. But.
Still, he looks older in dirt.
Yeah. He's 6 months younger.
But Rats is the big one here. I still hear it every day on the radio.
Rats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like aspects of every album, but nothing grabs me as much as the first one ever.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, that initial that pull.
Yeah,
it's new.
I think so.
You had zero expectations going into it.
I recall the days of not knowing who they were and just the funness of this is Poppy Satan jams. It's cool.
It's got a fuck ton of writers on this album too.
Really?
Yeah, Ashes is all Tobias, but then you got a guy by the name Tom Dalgety on just about, not just about every fucking song, like 4 of them.
It's just about every song, 4 out of 10.
But yeah, Dance Macabre is the poppy ass song.
Yes, it is.
Pro Memoria. Fate's the big riff one, right? Like something sounds like that. Yep, that's it. Yeah, this one is definitely probably more guitar heavy. I think that might be the progression they go though. Like this next one will just be crazy ass fucking Van Halen solos and
a next album?
Yeah. Like we'll see the Cardinal pick up a guitar.
I believe he
stage.
said the next one might be a little heavier. So
Okay.
we'll see.
But yeah.
Whatever that might mean exactly. I don't know.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about this album because I've only listened to it like twice.
About the same, like when it came out, so I don't recall much. Other than Dance and Rats, and I remember that Faith part instantly when you said it. Yeah, not to say it's bad or anything, just you go through things. Go through changes.
Changes. We're covering David Bowie after fucking Dwight Yoakam. So I want to talk about this EP.
The
newest
7
one.
inches.
Yeah,
Okay.
the 7 inches of Satanic Panic.
You gotta love that, right?
I'm in love with this entire thing.
Like, just a fucking tongue-in-cheek sexual
Yeah, from the
aspects.
60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
The album cover is amazing. It's like this demon head underneath the Pope's face with you guys see it. It's psychedelic as hell, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
And the video for this one, this is actually marketed as Papa Nihil's album.
Yeah,
He did
this
back
is
in
the
69.
50th anniversary of this 2 songs I guess he made. I guess it never officially got released as the story.
No.
So now it's like re-released, unreleased
'Cause
tracks.
in the story on YouTube, one of the YouTube videos, he's like, why don't I get a chance again? Like, you remember what happened last time? And they cut into the video of him playing back in the 60s for the A side of the album.
Which I like that Papa. He's got the long hair and stuff. It's great.
Oh, he looks like he's hot. He really is a sex symbol, like with the hair and the coat. And
Yeah.
like, they did a great job with that. But then, like, the song is so catchy. Like, when I heard it, I sang it for like 3 days straight. Like, hey, baby, kiss the goat. Yeah.
The Go-Goat. Yeah.
And then the I don't know what you call it after that, the whoa part. So good.
Yeah, listening to those 2 songs, especially that one, Kiss the Goat, I was like, I wouldn't hate a full album of the 60s Ghost.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. Yeah.
I would like that. I would like a synth Ghost. I think would be pretty good from the 80s. Because I don't know if you heard it, but there's some Ghost synth songs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like Rats and... But... Yeah, in this video, if you haven't seen it yet, type it into your YouTube search bar. Look that shit up.
Ghost Kiss the Goat. Yeah. It's very good. Yeah, watch the story one. I don't know if there's separate videos or not, but...
the one I watched was the story one for sure.
I would watch the entire chapters. I started watching them the other day. It was great.
Yeah, this one...
I think it's like 8 chapters that it finally gets to that video or something like that.
8 chapters, really?
I think so.
But this one, it shows a much younger... What's the woman's name?
I honestly don't recall.
Did they ever mention her? Like her name?
I think she has a name.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I know it's Sister something. But,
Yeah.
But it shows her much younger in the 60s, and she's like touching her stomach from the rafters watching him play, like she's pregnant with his kid.
Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
But like after the song's done, he starts kissing like every girl in the crowd, and she sees it, and she puts her cigarette out on somebody's face. So apparently they were going to conquer the world through sex back in the 60s.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sin is in.
That's your 7 inches of Satanic Panic right there. And the album's actually 7 minutes long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. I like a lot of tie-ins like that. That's cool.
Now I got stuck in my head again. Hey, baby. Sounds just like him, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. It sounds better than that. Check out the song. Where are we at? The end, I guess.
Yep, that's the end. And now we are here, modern day.
How'd it go?
Yeah, not as good as I wanted.
Huh.
Yeah.
You want to try again?
Yeah, cut this off. We'll do another one.
All right.
All right. Anything you want to?
I think I got all my shit in.
Okay, good.
Pretty sure.
Good. Well, we hope you enjoyed.
Did you get everything?
Yeah, man. Good.
Did we cover every aspect of Ghost that you wanted to?
Yep.
You sure?
Perfect.
You said you didn't like the episode, though.
That's probably on my end, really.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
Perfectionist.
Yeah. Listeners like, well, you don't show it.
Yeah. I never would have guessed. I say.
Okay. So what how you want to wrap this bad boy up?
Oh, well, we're going
how
out like
about
a fucking putter over here.
Are you going with album 3 titled?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys go to our Twitter? Let us know what your favorite Ghost album is.
Yeah, I'll try to put up a poll up there for you or something.
Yeah.
See what we get.
Check it out. We'll even put a 5th result on there for like who's Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many you can actually do on Twitter, so we'll see.
Okay.
Next week, but not next week.
Yeah.
We'll be covering Kyle's favorite album.
Oh my God, yeah. Totally.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks to cap off our October Halloween horror themed bands.
Yeah, we're putting on the face paint.
Yeah. We're getting down with the clown.
We're gonna get a 3 liter of Faygo.
Yeah.
We're gonna spray it on each other.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna hear Kyle's thoughts on The Great Malenko by the Insane Clown Posse.
Get your hatchets. Get your jumpsuits on. We're going chicken hunting in 2 weeks.
So this is Off the Tracks, and that's the end.
Yeah.
If you enjoy the show, hopefully you do. You can follow us on Twitter at Off the Tracks Pod and listen and whatnot to our other shows over at boarbrand.com and pick up some shirts, mugs, and whatnot at boarmerch.com.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. We'll see you guys.
So what do we got coming up after The Great Malenko?
The Great Malenko, and then
that's when our Dwight Yoakam album comes out, right?
I believe that is after The Great Malenko, yes.
Okay, cool.
So the 7th, and then the 14th or 13th, yeah.
Also, let us know how you guys are liking Half Hour Haunts, because
at Half Hour Haunts on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Boar Meets World, our Boy Meets World podcast,
the flagship show
of the Boar brand at Boar Meets World. Pretty much you can just follow at Boar Meets World and get all the information for every show at this point. But if you only like that one, let me know by only following that one or the other one. Yeah.
Or, you probably won't hear that because you're only listening to that one. But
yeah, perhaps so. But I do encourage you to give the other shows a try.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for listening.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Very sincere.
Yeah, it goes out like a fucking fart in church.
That seems like the ghost thing to do.
Right. Ghost fart. Wow. Disgusting. I'm gonna turn this off now.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.